Hey guys, this is Jeff with the Tattooed Spirit. I wanted to share with you a spread that I've been kind of keeping under my belt the last few months that I've been using to really keep me on track and on course. I hope, like all of you, I have a big goal and a dream that I'd like to manifest, to realize, to live, to experience. And I created this spread. It's a version of my Breaking All the Rules spread to sort of keep me on track, kind of keep me remembering and reminding why I'm doing things, and always to offer me some advice connected to the higher self. So what I basically did is I separated the deck into its parts: the sword suit, the pentacles, obviously the cups here, the wands there, and then the grouping of majors. And because this is my newly beloved Pagan Otherworlds deck, I included the Seeker in there. I'm getting used to the moon cards, so they're just going to be kind of surrounding, and maybe we'll find an interesting connection with those later. If you hear some snacking, that's my buddy Jack Daniels down there on the floor right next to the table. So here we are. What I like to use this spread for is I like to do this about once a week to just sort of keep me on track with my big life goal that I'd like to think the reason why I was born. Also tied into that whole 7 life purpose questions that the BCC had us all questioning for ourselves. And I figured tonight would be a great reason to do this spread. So this is pretty much how it works. I have the decks, as I said, separated into my ways of looking at and viewing with my thinking, how those thinking and viewing is affecting my emotional states, how my emotional states and my thinking is viewing how I'm going about my big time goal, the relative big thing to keep in mind about what I'm shooting for, and then the overall spiritual lesson to always sort of keep in mind about why I am intending to head in that direction. So let's just kind of get started here. I have the entire suit of swords here in no particular order, other than I wanted to put the ace forward. And we just pile these together. It feels so strange because there's just so few cards. There's only 14 cards, obviously. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull 3 cards. I'm trying to get Jack to stop eating so loudly next to the table. The first card is going to be what is not serving me. The second card is going to be what is serving me. And the third card is going to be some advice as far as how I can be reframing my thinking towards my goal. All right, so let's not waste any more time. What is serving me? The Knight of Swords. What is not serving me? The 8 of Swords. And the best course of action forward, or my advice, is the 5 of Swords reversed. This is a really nice combination of cards. We have the Knight of Swords. My closest association with the Knight of Swords is that of just courage, just absolutely going for it. That is what is serving me the most. What's not serving me, obviously, is the 8 of Swords, which is any sort of illusion that I'm putting up in front of me. That's not really holding me back. That's kind of a no-brainer there. Always hoping for more insight, but as far as a clarification of how these cards work with my mind, this is probably the perfect card for what is not working for me. And then that's going to be the advice. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here. Then this is going to be advice moving forward. That's the 5 of Swords reversed, okay? So we really straightforward as far as my cognitive aspects of this attraction that I'm pulling this future, allowing this future that I'm desiring towards me, is just continue to move forward with courage. Don't let my own blocks stop me, because the only thing that could possibly stop me is me. And the 5th, the advice, is just to remember that any failures that you've had in having high dreams in the past that didn't work out, you have to get over those. That's a wonderful reversed 5. Okay, that's the advice for me, because of course I came out to Los Angeles. I wanted to be a big time actor and continue my Hollywood career from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That didn't work out, and that was a huge aspiration, and that devastated me for quite a long time, not realizing that dream until I realized that, my goodness, I think this dream is going to be so much more delicious whenever I can sort of open myself up for that. So this is kind of the advice is just don't let past failures stop you, which is probably having everything to do with what it has stopped me in the past. All right? And to continue to have that courage moving forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the advice. We're going to keep the advice. Don't let these past failures sort of, mess with you. We're going to go here to the emotions, because depending on what you think about, that's how you're going to feel about this particular intended high intention for myself. I'm going to call this the high intention spread. How about that? The high intention spread. All right. What is serving me? What is not serving me? And things to keep in mind in my emotional states. What is serving me? Another night. Another night. You remember how the knight is serving me over here with the cups? Remember that over there? That's a really, really nice thing. Knight of Cups. Let's do this right here. Oh my goodness, how about this? We have another 5. We have a 5 of Cups. That is what is not serving me. The idea of, again, it is about dwelling upon past failures, not serving me. It's the exact same situation as we have over here. How wonderful and interesting that is. This Knight of Cups is about introspection, about dreaming about that which you desire. That's what that card is. And it's interesting that it's facing backwards. I always find that interesting about this particular card, how it's sort of facing back in the face of your past failures, literally in the face of your past failures. Continue to intend for your highest intended good, considering this is the highest intention spread. What's not serving me is to continue. It's literally to get stuck here. It's to say, beyond the stage of just mourning the loss, just continuing to stay there. What an unbelievable, fantastic reference to what has already happened over here. And then this is the best course of action forward. We have this wonderful page. We have this wonderful page. This is this wonderful page just saying you have to use the imagination. How wonderful that this knight and this page always sort of work in tandem. I love how they're just both looking backwards. We have this page really holding up, really just intending, just admiring and using the creed. Remember in the rider deck, this has a little fish in there. This guy's just imagining that fish. He's continuing to imagine and feeling what that's going to feel like whenever my highest intention becomes a reality now. Basic law of attraction, basic law of the universe. So we keep that. We keep that card right there. Next, we're working. Here, what am I going to do here? Next, we're going to be working with how keeping this advice in mind. And this advice in mind is going to change my actions forward. This is usually the most unique situation down here. We're just going to see, again, what is serving me, what is not serving me, and then the advice to use with my actions forward. All right. Just make sure half of those can come in reversed if you choose to do reversed readings. All right, I'm not going to use any of these. Put that aside. And this is serving me. Another knight coming in first. Amazing. This is not serving me. Being stuck and not being anticipating new changes that's going to come along this path. Again, we're talking about the path of least resistance. You should always be anticipating the newest thing to come in to sort of leave you to the next stepping stone, because I really don't know how the hell I'm going to get to where I want to go. And whenever you get locked up and not receptive and not anticipating and not waiting for your past actions to birth something new, that's exactly what this thing is here. It's not serving me to just say, this is how it's going to happen, and I'm going to throw away all other options until that way comes into being. Fantastic. Look at this Knight of Wands. Using about the sense of adventure. That's serving me, which is exactly how I'm looking at where I want to go. Is like, I don't even know how the hell I'm going to get there, but whatever these steps are coming, this talk I got scheduled, I already got some wonderful excitement about that. We're going to see what's next. And then this is the advice, or the we'll just call this the advice. I'm not sure what words I used before. And this is just continue to keep on doing what you've been doing. This is a really positive sign for me. Most people, when they see any sort of reversed ace, they get freaked out. But whenever I'm not looking to do anything new here. The advice from my higher self, the advice from wherever you believe that the wisdom and the positive intention of these cards come from is just to say, stay on your same course, stay on the course, because you're already working it. We got 3 knights that came up. I should have actually kept them together. A knight is serving me, a knight is serving me, and a knight is serving me. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. So we're going to get rid of these knights. And so here we go right here. We're going to take the train up here. This is what we're going to do, and you can, many different ways you can read these coins or these pentacle suits. But we have what we're thinking, what we're feeling. We're going to continue doing what we're doing right there. We're going to move up to the highest intended, best way that you can look at why you're intending for this thing for yourself, or why I'm doing it for myself. So we're going to just pick this up, and hopefully I'll better explain it as I'm shuffling. This wonderful coin suit. This is generally the card position. I just draw 1 card here. Here we drew 3, here we drew 3, here we draw 3. Because this is sort of the outcome, because these are the state of being, this is what manifests because of these other 3, what you're doing, what you're feeling, and what you're thinking. We're just going to draw 1 card, and that's going to be just sort of like, almost like a touchstone to sort of keep you in mind, to remember on your journey up to the highest intention of why you want what you want. And it's going to, I hope and I trust, serve as the state of being that's going to maintain the entire path there. And here we go. Let's just see what comes up. The reversed 5 of coins. That means, obviously, if you read them the way I do, or I don't know, maybe a lot of people do, I don't know, but whenever straight up 5 means hard times, right? Obviously, it's the 5 of coins, a wonderful, beautiful card. When it comes in reverse, that means it's time for the spring. And judging by my life, the cycles of my life, up and down, up and down, up and down, I like to be able to, count more on them just being more up, less downs. And that's what that card represents for me. This is a wonderful meditation to just realize that if you want some sort of future being space, just imagine the reversed 5 of coins. I just absolutely love that. This spread is really coming along nicely. Now we're going to go grab the majors. That's going to be our, basically the universal support, to just know how we are supported, and basic, what is the best and highest good for this intention that you're hoping for. So without me burning my arms in this little setup that I created here for you guys, let's find out what kind of universal or deeper self or worldly benefit is to have this incredibly high desire, intention that I am living joyously to attract into my experience. Oh, it's the Hermit reversed. The Hermit reversed. To be able to just bloom, to blossom, to move forward. I've had a lot of ups and downs, like mentioned, because of this. This reversed Hermit is a wonderful sign for me right now, as I hope that whenever you draw the reversed Hermit, it means it's not time for you to hold in your gifts. It's not time to evaluate your gifts. And most importantly, it's not your time to look down at what is not serving you. If you look at the Hermit as always sort of looking down at that devil card, those things that not serve you. This is about moving forward. This is about sharing yourself. This is really about bringing the gift that is you into the world. This certainly is speaking to me. I hope this spread was interesting for you. Let's look at it just maybe a little bit different way. Let's do this. I'm going to keep it in the order in which we drew it. There you go. You guys got all that? Fantastic. So all the advice and all of the inspiration from these cards right here, they're saying don't let these past things get in your way. Always kind of keep your eyes on the prize and how you want to continue to create yourself. Keep on the exact same path. Know that the spring is coming, the winter has passed, and to maintain that continued path, and to know that it's your basic time to shine. It's basically your time to come out of your contemplation stage and into your action stage. So I hope you enjoyed this spread of highest intention. Bye, guys.